Boom, boom, boom. Good morning, y'all. As you can see, look, I got the couch behind me. I got the lights in the corner, whatever. Look, you can even see this light that's on. I don't care. I don't care. I got Nina on the floor, but look, good morning, y'all. I don't know why it was pulling me to come live, but look at my little blankie. You see that? I hope y'all can see it. Wait a minute, I had it upside down. Don't let me get disrespect. My nephew got me this. That's my little throne. So I was just sitting here chilling. I'm like, man, you know what? I truly got to come up in here and say good morning. One, then two. Hold on, y'all. See what I mean? It's morning. It's morning. I woke up like this. I get like this. So I'll just come by later. Good morning, Susan. Hold on. Good morning. Sorry, I keep forgetting I had that coffee. I just had to heat it up twice because I keep forgetting it's in there. But yeah, no, I was just literally, I woke up this morning really early, let Nino out. And then after I let him out, I was still up. So I started watching a little, tube and TV. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to say good morning and speak what's on my mission. So that was it. So I decided to do that. Then I turned the light on that's in here, and I felt like the light was still off. So I said, you know what? I should open those blinds, but it's a rainy day. So it's like, it's just, I don't know about you guys. I need the sun. I need the sun. It's like when the sun is out, it changes like the mood from the moment you wake up. And trust me, my eye would prefer for every day to kind of be like this because it doesn't appreciate the sun. It doesn't. And so, um, but for me, I need the sun mentally. I like need the sun. So I came on this morning, get some energy, see how everyone was doing. How was your evening? Like, you know, how's your morning so far? Susan, are you on your way to work? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's what I said. I've been up a little while, but at first I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go live. I don't go live this early, you know what I mean? But then I just wanted to see how you guys are doing. It's two things for me. Okay, that's always a good thing. My sister does too, but she's on vacation right now. Um, that I stay with, she's on vacation right now, but she works from home 3 days a week. But good morning. Does it say whipping? My eyes are terrible, y'all. So, in this light behind me, just to give me like, 'cause if I turn the light off, you're gonna think it's nighttime. They're like, where Danny at? It's nighttime. It's not. But I just woke up this morning and I've been up for about like when I got up this morning, it was still dark. And then, like I tell you guys, I'm always be on my game, but sometimes you just have to stop. It's like I remember when I was home with my kids and helping my sister and my friends with their kids that were young at the same time, and I wasn't working. And I remember one day telling my mother, like, I have to be amongst adults, like, just during the day. It's like I want a job just for that. And so that's how I felt about my game. Like, I just got to be amongst energy, you know? And so I came on to see how everyone was doing. Hey, Vicky. Yes, like I said, I got up early, and I was even thinking it's just like when you want to make a phone call in the morning. You know, you wake up early, you almost waiting, like you know what time people get ready to go to work. You know what time it's. Nina, please get you some business, friend. But you know, all those things. So that's how I felt about going live. But then I said, you know what? It's just a message. Like it's a message. Everything, every time we talk, it's a message. When I was young, you'd sit around somebody and they're telling you nonsense, silliness, you know, really lies and foolishness. And I would tell when they walk out, I tell the shorties, like, hey, somebody in this room just got stupider, just got dumber, just got, you know what I mean? Because they're going to believe that. They're going to listen. So for every mouth, there's ears. You know what I mean? So when you're speaking, there's somebody listening. So it's all a message. Some good, some bad, some, you know, I just to show you something without you having to go through it. But yeah. So Nino, no. We never put the legends in our mouth. For those who missed it in the beginning, my nephew got me this little throw. I don't know if you all can see it. And I love it. And now Nino suddenly wants to try to chew at it. I swear, he's such a hater. The haters are in the building. You know, it's funny. Like I'm sitting here talking about haters and talking about my dog. But in some worlds on YouTube, okay, he's a hater. Hater. He's a hater. But I was thinking earlier also before I even came on live, I was just sitting, you know, like I said, I got up, you know, and brushed my teeth, washed my face, got up, made some coffee, then let it cool off, heated heated it up because actually I like I said, I was out here watching TV. You know, you get into something. It doesn't matter if you've seen it or you didn't see it, whatever, but you just get into something, you just stuck. You just stuck. You just thinking, oh, in a few minutes I'm gonna do this. That's how I was. But then when I went to have my morning, my wake and bake, when I went to do that, I went in there and I started thinking. And I started thinking about things like what's beef? And I think people mistake what beef is. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, manufactured beef is just like if we was buying beef we eat, it'd be disgusting. It'd be it'd be so processed that why would you want it? Okay. And then there's that beef that you didn't even ask for, but it came. You know what I mean? And then there's that beef that is the reason why we have wars, why we have murders, why we have some of the most vicious setups you've ever seen. So I asked myself, and all them things I just said could be beef. Would I want to be any of it, yo? You know what I mean? You know, it's somebody sitting right now dealing with the fact that the things they got into ended somebody else's, whatever, their career, their life, their freedom, their ability to ever trust again. Come on, man. That's why I think sometimes, like, I don't know, y'all. So, like I said, when I see things like that, I'm not thinking, oh, Whipping, Susan, Vicky, y'all all need to do better. I think I got to do better. If I was ever a part of that, if I ever condoned that, if I ever was that, whatever, man, I can't be that no more. Because when I see its power, you know what I mean? Mm-mm, I just don't. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, that's what I think about for me. But do I think I'm per hell? And if you think I am, then man, I got to ask what you think of yourself. You know what I mean? If that's what you think, oh, Nanny out here on perfect road, man, I got to know what street you driving down. But I promise, If you look left or right, you'll see I'm on the same road. Like I said, choices. You know what I mean? Every talk choices. You know what I'm saying? I'm free. I'm not free if I'm shackled to a thought of this is the only way it could be. That's right. Every day, I'd rather learn more and get knowledge because see, that knowledge makes me better. And that making me better makes me do better. And that making me do better makes things around me better. Period. That's period. Y'all think I want to be great so that I can make YouTube great? No. Then you missing the mission. You missing that if this camera was off and I was just sitting amongst, this would be the same conversation. So that's what I'm saying. So what you reflect on here, unless you're doing characters, acting in skits, or just giving me your, you know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, so if you're a singer, you just on here singing. I can't say I know who you are through singing. But I am literally letting you into me before I let you know what it is I exactly am doing and everything else. Because at the end, yes. Yes, and we all are flawed and we all make mistakes and we all lose it and we all go against what we've said. If not, it wouldn't be human nature. If I didn't know wrong, how would I know right? If I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? How would I know? How would I know? How would I really know joy if I didn't know pain? How would I know? How would I know? And so, like I said, that's it. That's my whole thing. So sometimes even when you're watching stuff, you be like, okay, first of all, this is all my opinion. Some of the things going on YouTube. Now I'm just gonna speak right now. Like I said, in the sectors I'm in, because it's just different things. Sometimes you're in different places and whatever, but this isn't that. Just let's talk about things for last week for me. So like even with the whole Monica thing, I've already expressed like I can care less what somebody looks like because I know it's some people showing me their face, but they got a full costume on. They are a full character. This is, I mean, they so unreal. The only thing we seeing is their face. Everything else is fake. It's pretend, it's whatever. I've said since last year when I was just in chats, I've watched every piece of this whole Monica thing unfold. You know what I mean? And some of the things, so I still call her the queen of unbothered. I even respect how when her whole camera slip came up the other day, she didn't run. She could have completely cut herself off, took herself off. She didn't. Matter of fact, she stayed on about an extra 20, 25 minutes. I'm like, unbothered, even if she was bothered. Because see, what you could never give people is what they want. When I was young and I had my children, people told me I'd fail my sons. That they'd be losers, that they'd end up dead, that they end up in the system, that they end up all these things. That's because that's what they decided. And ever, if there was a time when I thought they could be right, would I stood as proud with my head up and fought with mine. So that's what I mean with that kind of stuff. But I seen her, I seen her on there and I said, man, she kept on. I respect that. I respect that. Some of the things we respect is just because somebody doing something we want to do, but we just don't have that in us to do. No, but it's not respect worthy. It's not. And then the worst part is now finally we seen her. And the only thing I'm hearing is how people talking about how she look. Like, I don't give a fuck how she look and how she don't look. I saw her and didn't see her at the same time. Like, I mean, I got big. You know what I truly thought? I thought, damn, they've been trying to unmask you since last year. I remember last year when she was supposed to work for E Entertainment or something, you know, one of the news things or whatever. It's just been saying, I don't know. And in reality, dang, I'm watching the Danny thing. I'm like, damn, it's actually people since 2018 been trying to see who you are. And you slip up because your camera faced the wrong way. I'm going to salute that, y'all. Because sometimes you just got to give the people what they want, even when you don't even know you finna give it to them. So that's my thing on that. I'm like, but I ain't got nothing against nobody else and what they thing is and what they say and what they parts are. You know, with the Wiley Storm and Tasha K thing, I've been watching Tasha K so long. I kid you not. I promise you. When I first started watching Tasha K, she ain't have none of all that equipment and everything else. To me, she's still that same person. You can still see that hungry. You can still see that I came from and I'm gonna do better at that fight. That you know what I'm saying. All this where she take this ain't nothing compared to what I've been through. I give her those type of things. You know what I mean? Because once again, I don't know her. What she eat won't make none of these things. And then even in YouTube. Let me get back before I say that about what's in YouTube. But even with that, so with the whole thing with them, I mean, that's their thing. I don't really, you know what I mean? I could watch it and still not be like that invested on what somebody should be doing. Because I'm never going to tell somebody what they're going to do. I don't tell my buddies if they should leave somebody. Like, I'm just not that. I'm not. No, but I mean, that's their thing. And it's interesting to watch because sometimes when you are more knowledgeable or bigger in something, everybody you think under you think I kind of like you're mentoring them because you're showing them and you're letting them into your world. But and sometimes they don't see it that way, and sometimes they do see it that way because they look up to you. But I mean, when I'm on here, I mean, even when I hear people, oh, you're a small creator, these small creators, these small creators, these small creators. I mean, for everybody, there's a level of somebody saying that. Is somebody I got 100 subscribers, is somebody with 1,000 saying, like they sitting on high and I'm sitting on low. And then there's somebody, now they talking about me, then there's somebody with 5,000 subscribers talking about them, then somebody with 10,000 talking about them, then somebody with 20 talking about them. But in the bank of it, really the only people can be talking is the people that's setting the number so high that people either can't reach them or something like I said. So it's all that. That don't phase me. Like, yeah. I mean, let me tell you something. This is America. That's where I'm at. I can't speak for nobody else. This is America. This is conspiracy theory. And then when there's real things in front of you that are conspiracies, they showing you, oh, we won't even talk about it. Here's the thing. Even if Monica's whole thing was a conspiracy, I don't know how that's going to pay any of our bills. Period. Ain't going to pay mine. Ain't going to pay mine. It's not going to make the things that I'm fighting with that I wish I could change. Ain't going to change them. So we can't do that. Like, I can't put that much energy in it. I can watch it. I could be entertained. Like I told you, I love horror movies. I love mob movies. You know what I mean? I love Cinderella, Snow White, and all them. And none of that stuff has ever happened in my life. You know what I mean? Nah, I mean. So I can still be entertained or whatever, but just not be invested where at the end I'm turning on anybody. I can't even, and that's another thing. How we turn on people we don't even know? I'm turning what? I'm turning off their channel because we not, because we still watching it. I'm turning off talking about them. No, you're not, because we still talking about them. So what am I turning on them with? I don't get that. I don't get that. When it's so easy to turn it off, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Like I said, my opinion is mine. I don't need nobody to agree or disagree because it's just my opinion. What I watched all this and thought, mm. That's it. That's all I know. But then when I kept hearing, "Has she ugly? She ugly," I had to go back and watch it again and see that even in the glimpse, or even in the catching up, or even in the still shot of her, she's ugly. But I might have a family member look like her. I may look like her. Come on, like we gotta stop, y'all. Because even if she was okay, did y'all want to see if she was pretty and ugly, or did y'all just want to know who was behind her? And I hate to even get into these kind of things because people think you're chasing something. It's nothing to chase in something that's already got a marathon going on. What am I chasing? I ain't chasing none of that. I don't. That's not what I want to be known for. Hey, Wind Whisper. But yeah, like I said, so that's how I felt about that whole thing, And so all these things, if we start breaking them down, if I start breaking them down, not we, you know what I'm saying? But if I started breaking them down, like I'm not gonna agree with the masses. I'm not. But I still know how to stand neutral in a place where I gotta look at every side of it. So on every side, that means I gotta break down every person and what it meant to me. You know what I mean? Do I think in 100%? Who am I? That's what people kill me. Well, I don't think they handled it right. That's good that you don't think, and that's understood how you feel about it. I can't take no one's feelings from me, but to start, hating this type of stuff off of it and all the things that it came. But like I said, I've been seeing since last year the so-called doxing of this woman. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Come on. And sometimes y'all gotta understand in real life, sometimes people might be protecting you from the people they know. Like I tell you, y'all could end up going to somebody and starting something with somebody, and it end up they got now all their family members in jail because they done called it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it get real some places. And that's not by the color of your skin, that's by just real life. Real life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't. I didn't, you know what I mean? What I do think is that, man, I used to be entertained by a show when she had the panel, when she didn't have the panel, when I first was introduced to her on, so to me, at one point I thought it was going to end up being, this is just my opinion again, Adam up and Adam and Monica, because I really liked them together. You know what I mean? And so I liked how when everything was going on and they were saying she was, the lady from E and all that, she'd be on Up and Adams and still not mentioning this, like not bringing it up. So like I respected that. Like, okay, that's how I show somebody I'm unbothered. Because like I said, it's hard to tell somebody you unbothered and talking about it. Like when people be like, let me tell you something, this subscriber thought they hurt my feelings, but they didn't, but I'm gonna give you the whole story. Then I'm gonna bring them up again later. Then when nobody else talking about them, I'm gonna talk about them. Then you bothered. You bothered. You unbothered when you not only know it happened, somebody in them comments just brought it up and you still ignoring it. You still ignore it. They come and talk about it. You're like, oh, wait, I know what you're talking about. But I mean, it seemed like it moved you more than me. Seemed like it bothered you and touched you more than me. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm bothered. I done said it to her in comments several times. Unbothered. I didn't need to be, oh, Danielle, did you just say I didn't need none of that? I'm saying without that. I felt that. Like I said, some of the things I'll say are gonna be favorable to the masses. And the reason why I don't really get into saying them is because so many people think they gotta be I mean, here's what I gotta say. For all them people cheerleading for another adult like that, you better be the biggest rah-rah winner for your family ever. I mean, you better protect the kids, the dog, your grandma, your father. I mean, nobody better be able to say nothing. That's what I better believe. Because if I find out, let me find out that you just doing this for the anger in your heart. You don't even really care who you defending. You just want to defend something. Nah, bully. Like I said, I got some wars we can fight. Some real ones, man, that can help make it better for everybody. But yeah, like I said, man, y'all. When I think of any of these things, oh man, even when it comes to my sister Deary Bat, when I think of her, I think like, damn, it's messed up. You know what I'm saying? What is going on completely as a whole. And I'm not just, oh my God, I'm not talking about last month. I'm just saying, like to me, when I first met Deary Vet, I met Deary Vet on the AT2 channel, singing Patti LaBelle. You know what I'm saying? He'd always play that intro of her singing. Hey, she's singing, she blowing. You know what I mean? I'm with it. She come on, she's cool. You know what I'm saying? She seemed loyal to him. She's his moderator. I don't know if she had just started. No, she always obviously had a channel already. But like I said, I go over, I subscribe to her. And at first she didn't really post that much. And then when she started to, she did. Then one day I was in the comments and she gave me a wrench and I was honored. You know, because first of all, I didn't know what the a moderator was. Let me tell y'all this, truly. And that's why to this day I say, oh, like, you know, this is all news to me. All I know I do is comment. You know what I'm saying? And try not to get myself banned or kicked out or get to going on somebody like we finna pull up on each other when I don't even know your name. Let alone if the picture you got is your real face. So I was honored like, dang, she trusts me, but I'm giving you nothing but respect. So no reason. So I'm like, that's cool. So anyway, let's just keep it going. So it's everything going, you know, her and AT2 fall out. They get back cool. They had fell out again. I never jumped in it. Wasn't my business. Didn't care. And when I said didn't care, meaning, because see, when you start, I cared. Okay, I care about what? Do I know the full story? Do I know the whole of it? Do I know what really started it on both sides? I don't know all of this. So I stay out of that. I stay out of it. Like I said, I could be in your chat. You talking about whatever. Tell me when I started going, what you say, G? Bop, bop, bop. Can't get along, get it on. What? That's a goofy. He a lame. She ugly. No. I got better things to do in my life. You know? So as it got worse, I'm never choosing one or the other. I'm never, I didn't call one to ask to follow, no, excuse me, not to use the word follow for myself, to support the other. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't never that. Never that. There's only one person that can make me stop watching you as much or make me stop doing something, and that's you. It can't be somebody else. It's you. And that's me with everybody. But once again, like I tell people, I am a twin. I am a fraternal twin. I am a twin. And I still have a free mind of my own. And that in life has taught me to have one. And so for that, that's who I am. Like I said, I can say a bunch of things. It's not going to agree with the masses say. Not the masters, the masses. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to agree. And it's not supposed to, because I'm supposed to be able to break down what I've seen, what I've heard, what I'm in, and make my own decisions. That's it. That's it. I told you I love mob movies. In the mob, before you vouching for somebody, you better really know who you vouching for. Because see, now if I get to vouching and they would never. They didn't. You're a liar. He didn't say that. She didn't say that. I get to doing all that. Then their consequences can come with me. So that whole he's one of ours, it take a lot for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? You see the familiar. I want it to La Familia. But see, I really understand it's real, but it's familiar for me. It's family for me. And that don't say blood. It's loyalty for me. I got that tattooed on the back of my neck. It's loyalty for me. And I didn't get that because I came on YouTube. I didn't get them tattoos. I didn't tell myself that. Anybody who vouched for me won't tell you I am that because I'm on YouTube. It's because that's who I am. So like I have to use those real things in real life in my life. And I'm sorry for that. Because like I said, I will never take from anyone what their feelings. I won't. And I will never jump in someone's story and make a decision on that. I can only speak for me. And the reason I spoke for me is because out here on YouTube, what I see is a lot of people speak for each other. I speak for myself. I speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I really am. So like I'm sorry. Half of the stuff I've seen, I mean, in every angle, I am sorry for it. I'm sorry for the people who are hurt. I'm sorry for the things that are being said about people. I'm sorry for the things that are being done to people. I'm sorry for the lies that people have. I'd be on an apology tour like I did these things for the things I've seen. Like, and that's for real. That is for real. But you know why I stay true and why I stay where in my stance is because in the lane that I am in and in the place that I am in with these people, this is what it is. And I don't look at what anything else but what I know. That's it. That's what I can go off of. And so that breaks my heart too. It does. So like I said, that those type of things they do. They hurt the soul. Cause like I said, in this thing right here on like the internet, these are things that people voluntarily come into to be a part of and everything else. And I just don't think that any form of any of that kind of stuff should be done on this. It's easy to just walk away or to whatever. And we can have different opinions and we have different thoughts and we shouldn't be afraid to speak. Like we shouldn't. I shouldn't be afraid that if I come over here and say this, it means that I'm saying this. No, I'm not. I'm saying what I said. That's it. Like, and I'm sorry for it in every angle for everybody. You know, because in pain there's love, in hurt there's love, and all these things. And that doesn't mean in any means that anyone should put up with anything they don't want to, but should be in any place they don't feel comfortable or safe. And I do agree. And that's like in here, I don't care. Hey, if you clickety, if you're enemy, if you whatever, you come up in here, like I said, because here's where I do ride. If I come with you, I leave with you. If I come with you, I rock with you. If I come with you, if we in a safe place, if you're in a kingdom and you dare walk into this kingdom and disrespect anything, and I did try to come for the queen, that's on you. See, you know what I'm saying? I know how to back that out, but I will be in any place different to say you disrespect somebody up in here. This is a safe place. This is a free place. This is literally under the real rules of what people can do in here. Like, you know what I mean? They are free to speak, free to talk, free to communicate, feel love, feel safe. These are things that are here. That's why I try not to get into these topics that want people to just want to fight and argue and stand up for something and defend somebody. Damn, like I say, yo, let's get down and defend some real shit. Let's save some kids. Let's save some this. Let's do that. Let's go fight. Let's go fight. Let's go fight that fight. Because like I said, otherwise y'all winning battles and losing wars. Yeah. So this is a safe place. And I mean that. I mean that. This is a safe place. This is a safe place. This is not that. And so, like I said, sometimes it's just like, you know how they tell you at work, don't talk to them politics because it could become something because it's different views. So some things I stay away from even speaking on because I don't want in it to hurt anyone. But if you think that I'm gonna let no, I'm just for me, and that's a safe place for everybody. That's a safe place for you, for her, for him, for whoever, for me. Cause like I said, I don't know what y'all got. If YouTube is the worst thing in your life, talk about this son of a gun. Change lanes on what avenue you go down there. There's thousands of people to, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, but other than that, no. And things can happen. You can discuss them. I don't have a problem with that. If that's what we discuss, I don't have a problem with that. But like I said, the other stuff that people do, no. Even sometimes when you hear people, oh, I heard you say da 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 da, then the person say, oh, well, I said this too. Da, da, da. Well, I didn't hear that part. Well, here's the thing: ain't no way somebody come tell me something that somebody said, and I don't go watch for myself. Because what I don't want to look like is a fool. I don't want to walk up telling. I mean, they said, and when hold on, I think somebody had said it. I guess it was. Wait a minute, hold on, because I don't want to say their name because I don't want to put them in no mess. But they done put me in a whole bunch of mess. I done stepped so deep in the shit, I might have to throw the shoes away. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like what? Like what? And we are entitled to. I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, I don't agree. I got a whole twin. You think she agree with everything I do? She don't even probably think I should be on. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But here's the thing, Bonnie. You got to do things and you got to do them from your heart. Hey, so Abby, hey, sister. But yeah, like I said, man, for me, like I said, I've watched so many things go on YouTube. I mean, I've been watching people, like I said, for years. For years. I tell you, one of the things made me love Tasha K was one. I used to Oh, and I really hate to use her other name. But once I hate to do that because I want to respect everybody. But I watched the content creator and they became I don't even remember. But anyway, then I met them, Tasha K, through them because they did a live together. It's like a StreamYard together, whatever. And I liked her and I started following her. Then she was the only person that was really speaking up about R. Kelly before people was acting like, once again, I don't want to ride the wave. I don't want to say anything. If right or wrong, I ain't going to say nothing because he got some good jams. Well, we not disputing his music. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he in court about his albums. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not afraid to say things because I'm not saying something harsh for hey. See, when you're worried about is if I come out here and come out my mouth like, oh, that ugly beast, that did it. Then, oh man, they might think I'm. If you taking what I'm saying and catching offense, you just wanted it. Like you wanted an offense. Like you wanted to be offended. It's just a perspective I got off what I seen. Where I compared it to real life and thought, like in real life, this could get real ugly. So to me, it ain't worth it. That's what I decided. I got buddies I wish I could have had the conversation with before they went and did something or got all caught up in something because maybe they still be here. And maybe I wouldn't put flowers out for them. So for me to get into something like that over this and think that it can't get to that, you're a fool. I don't. It ain't worth it. Who is that helping? How's that helping this world? They always tell me, we don't want to go to war. We don't want to go to war. We in it. We in a war. People are saying, oh, y'all doing all that crime here and there. Everywhere I go, it seems like everybody violent. It's a violent world. I'm going to threaten you. I'm going to say things about you that'll make you want to rah. Then be like, why are you so evil? Why do you have so much hatred in your heart? So you just threatened my whole family. And my family gonna be at me too when they done with you, because they gonna say, what was you possibly doing on the internet? They got fools coming for us. And I say nothing. I was rocking with this one YouTuber and they didn't like him. That don't make no sense. That's not even a reason not to talk to somebody. Okay. You think every one of my friends like each other? Yes. Yes. And then, like I said, there are some dark places. And when I say dark, I mean sad or need you and everything else. There are some hospitals that need some volunteers to come up in there, go put on a costume and dance for the kids in the cancer ward. You know what I'm saying? There are some streets where they need somebody that'll walk in there a little rough and not afraid to come in there and run their mouth and get it with the best of them. Go out there, help them out. Help them out. Walk and march down them streets. You know what I'm saying? Please. Hey, it's some schools. They got these little in Chicago. They got these safe zones where it's these safe passages where it's adults, just regular adults who volunteer. And now some of them get paid, but most of them volunteer so that they could be out on the streets to have an adult presence, so your child can be safe or feel safe in this safe passage. Hey, why don't y'all be them? Go get outside them schools and hey, just be that person. If you catch some bullying, stand in as an adult. Do something better. Do something better. Please do something. And I'm not urging people to go to elementary schools, but I'm just saying do something better. Like do something better. If you're not doing that, if your energy ain't focusing on that kind of stuff, I don't really want to hear about it. Like I don't. If my energy is focused on who can I hurt so bad on here that they shut up out of here or come back as a different person because they don't never want to be known as that person. I just want to know where that's going to make my life better, man. My day better, man. Where that's going to make my 15-year-old dog, who's at the end of her life, live longer. When y'all think about what count, remember what people might be going through. You don't know. And in the last 2 years, That's the thing that makes YouTube a terrible place, is that it has become the stomping grounds of trash. Because some of the stuff people doing, please don't tell me you live in the kingdom. Please don't. Because if you do, we might have to do you like some of the kings had to get done. You understand? You know what I mean? You understand? Like it had to be done off with their heads, because you're going to ruin the kingdom. You're going to ruin the kingdom. Like I said, every kingdom ain't good, but they can't be that. They can't. Because then your dusty crown is the crown they swear I'm under too. Because now they just calling it the crown. They not worried about that we were never under the crown. Yeah. 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 Yeah, because some of these adults are just like, they the same adult they are on the internet. So, for example, they kid to come home. Now, you know your child. And some people, let me tell you something. Some of the parents that's going to school and fighting for a kid, the kid's not even telling the whole truth. Not saying that the kid deserve anything wrong. I'm saying they're not telling you even whole truths. Because it's the child who is not telling their parent what is going on. That if they parent only knew, if they had an inkling before their child took their life of what was going on, you learn the difference between bullying and protecting. Because see, when I'm protecting, I sit in jail for life with my feet up. You understand? Telling you that I'd do it again. There's nothing that could change me doing it again. But it's bullying when what you saying? She saying they did now? If I go up there and beat some kids up at a school? First of all, I know shorties. So you never had me the adult up at a school with no shorties. What you say? Oh, yeah. And so it is. So it's adults. But like I said, I don't blame the children like I do the adults. Children are representatives of the adults that are around them. You know what I'm saying? They're a representation of that. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, if you sitting at home cussing out people on the internet in front of your kid, oh, they at school cussing out the teacher. The bus driver. They in the store checking people. You understand? They doing it all. And honey, when they get up with you, y'all gonna tag team like wrestling, and y'all gonna do it together. Let me tell you something. Not only do I rock, I roll with my kids. They rocking, I'm rolling. I'm 150 grand. Like I said, 10 toes down the railway. But no. My kids don't have beefs where I thought, ooh, let me catch Shorty on the street. Like I said, I know Shorties. And so I put Shorties in Shorty stuff. But I don't send Shorties off. I mean, I remember a famous murder in Chicago. There's many to me that are famous. Every child we lost, this story should be famous. But anyway, there was one where a young lady got into it with this girl on the internet, and her auntie and them, give her a gun. Her cousins, and then they give her a gun. She go over, kills the girl. These are shorties. They like freshmen, sophomore in high school kids. When it's all said and done, everybody talking about what the shorty saying, what she was saying, woo, 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 how they was talking back and forth. But it was when the adults came in, y'all got to understand it became toxic. Because he as an adult, if some shorties riling up with me, and hold on, let me give you some bumpers. Hold on, let me give you some mace. And what if you drop that bumper and somebody using on you? I got to live with that. What if you, like that shorty did, pop off this shorty, now you in jail? I got to live with that. And I got to catch a case because I'm the adult. I'm the adult. Like, you know what I'm saying? Adults. Like, we the adults. We the adults. And like I said, you don't see, men are getting into it on the internet. They are. That's facts. They are. I'm not going to say they not. But you know who getting all it's us. It's us. It's us. Nobody bloody fighting like us. Yeah, you do. You do. And in our kids and in doing the best for our kids, we got to show them the example that they are not just the only people in the world. So to have respect and get respect, you got to give respect. You have to. You can't walk around thinking I can say what I want, do what I want, and then everyone else is supposed to react how I want. Because that's not how the world goes. There's no privilege in that. Period. Like, that's a privilege none of us have. It's not your world. It's not. So you can be told that. It's just not. But everybody walking around as their individual world, and it's not. Everybody's supposed to kowtow and cater to what they want, and you can't. And I'm not. I'm not. I'm on the right side, so even if you're doing wrong, I know how to still be there and be on the right side. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say. Behind these stuff be adults. And everybody who's thinking it's not. Like, I even blame adults when your children are so young and you allow them to be on this same thing right here that we're on as adults. And these adults out here can't take the pressure of the things that come across these keyboards. But you leave your kids on that device all night. And I wonder how many of them adults is asking a kid every day, hey, you're not on there being bullied or anything, are you? You're not in there getting into it with people and, you know what I mean? Anything else to talk to me about what goes on. You know? Because we're not. You're not. So once again, the adults. The adults. You know, the adults. All these adults. And then don't get me wrong, some people are on here under an adult profile or whatever, and they're not adults. They're not. They're not. They're not. And to me, that fact was fully proven when what was that little boy's name with Sherelle last year? When he came around, I used to tell people, half the people arguing with little kids, you don't even realize you arguing with somebody under 18. I promise you. I promise you. And when he came out, he had all this tea, all this beat, all this. He rolling with the adults. He back with the adults. He did. I said, see, I told y'all, these ain't all adults. Rich Andrew. That was his name. Rich Andrew. I don't think that boy 18 now. He not 18 yet. He not. Because I'm telling y'all, most of people don't even be grown. But a lot of them are. Mm-hmm. My kids weren't allowed to have social media, but what I learned was I used to tell them, like, hey, you got to be 13. You got to be this. You got to, you know what I mean? They got to age like they going to respect it. You know, when we live in a country where no matter what the legal age is, everybody did it before that. And so one day I found out they were on there. So what I did at first was, before I ever got on any social medias, I was making up pages to see if my friends would take my friend request, and they will, because all they want is numbers. And because of that mentality, you don't know who you're letting into your thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there were things I would see my kids, then I just come check them, you know, and tell them, like, you cannot be on there doing stuff like that. You know, I told my son one day, he was young and he was on there perpetrating like he had a pistol on him or something. And I told him, if those the pictures you set up, when you get into it with somebody, you know what they're preparing for every time they get into it with you? You'd already had a gun. Don't set yourself up. Because, see, that's the conversation as an adult we have to have. It's more than me just going off on you and thinking, oh, I'm going to take the Wi-Fi out. But we get them cell phones and those have their own. You know, get hot spots and up. Don't get me started. Their friends got it, and the school got it, and the library got it. To go to Starbucks and get some Wi-Fi. Stop. That's it. That's all you can do is do the best you can. And then here's what my grandma always told me. It's all about the foundation that you come from. Because even when your kids go out there, they're going to make decisions. You could have done everything right and everything else. And one day they can go out and decide to go drink with some friends and get behind a wheel. Didn't make them a bad person. Didn't mean they was raised by drunks. Didn't mean you're a loser. but they're going to have this free will in life. So it's those important things that when we bring them up, we also have to have those conversations with them. Because it might not be my upbringing to have you in that room with them people whose upbringing was different, and that's your friend, or who you call a friend, or the woman you live with, or the man you end up with. So that's the greatest thing. So when that foundation is right, like my grandma used to tell me, the one thing is, I know y'all will be okay because I know what you come from. You know, the invisible crime. I think so. That's what I tell people. So that's why people, oh, look at him. He made that mistake. I know his mother must be trash and he must be this and they must be. No, you don't. You don't know that. You don't know that. Mm-hmm. Say it wasn't the thing. I know that's right. Yeah, see, my kids right now are 21, 23, and 25. So well, my son's about to be 25 in March. But with that, so they are deep in that era of social media. You know, social media is everything. I remember at one point telling my kids, like, I don't get the text message package because I feel like you're being too secretive. If you can't, because think about it, this era, children don't even talk on the phone. So they've made full plans, full this, got this. They Google everything. You know, they'll say such and such, and they'll tell you how many miles it is from. They Google everything, but you have no idea, and they keep that thing to them. And then like with Snapchat and all these other things. So when my kids were in high school, let me tell y'all something. Snapchat was a dangerous place. People were committing full-fledged crimes on there. Young children, oh please. The videos they were making with each other sexually, it was terrible. You know what I mean? It was so terrible. Man, it was terrible. Now, and that was only a few years ago. So the things that go on, so you got the back page, it was all these things, and they just change names, sweeties. And they don't go away. So uh the internet. So I mean, the internet is just a reflection of the world. Hmm. And then it's even to me, when I tell you that to love is to love it all, you know what I mean? And care about the human race. When I think about those things, even if it's not my child, I understand how all these young ladies are abducted and young men are abducted off of this internet. It's not surprising. It's not surprising that people get to the end of the wheel to fight off of the boogie that goes on. It's just not to me. It's not surprising. I'm not sitting around going, what? What? No, you know what I'm sitting around saying? When is it that the dollar, so whether I'm doing it for the clicks, the dollar, when does it stop that I demise and I degrade and I belittle and I destroy for money? Capitalism at its fine. Like when does it stop? When does it stop? You know what I'm saying? Tobacco, I smoke. It's not a great thing. That it makes so much money, it's always gonna be there. And think about it, once upon a time it was just growing on the streets. When does it stop? When does it stop? So, like I said, so those type of things are make me sad. Oh no, no, it's not. And and I hate to do something, but in my opinion, the things I've seen, like I said, with my kids in high school, so you start going through these things, going to these pages, going to these things, and then it goes away. It's just, oh, things you'll never forget. And so when I care, even if mine makes it, and to know someone else's could go through or end up there, that's scary to me. When I see the story, I'm from the era of Adam Walsh. So the first time I saw the movie Adam, I was sad and I was a kid, just like him. Same age as him. So when I saw that movie, sad. I followed John Walsh and you know what I'm saying in his show, America's Most Wanted, till he found the man and kept going. Then I watched him when he had his own show. But and now we've made God, I don't even want. Sometimes even when things are serious, it's just they're heavy. The thought is heavy. The thought that as we're speaking and things like that, there's some child setting up a meeting with what she think might be a Prince Charming or a king or a friend. Oh wow. But yeah, guys, like I said. Oh yes. Yes, John Walsh. I salute him. And I salute that in his loss, his son's life wasn't in vain because he found a lot of people that needed to be taken off of the street. He really did. He really did. And he never would have done that had it not been for his story and looking for his sons. You know what I mean? So I always tell people I've been a victim before. But the moment I can speak, I can help, and I use my hurt to help, I became a victor of my circumstance. And I live in that. Because, see, I know when I was a victim, it made me beat down me, beat up me, do me wrong. And it also made me victimize other victims. And I don't even mean in the same way. Just now I'm telling you shouldn't have been out there. Or yours is different than mine. Mine's having me. What? Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Walsh is I definitely salute him. He's definitely a king of kings. But yeah, so to me that's the power, That's the power. I told you one time I was out west and I was younger. I don't know if I told the story in here, but I've told the story a million times. And I was out and this lady and this man, their daughter had been killed due to gun violence. And they were walking down the street on their block and they were saying, "Your son's my son, my daughter's your daughter." They were saying that. What? But that night it just rang in my head. And my kids were little. And it rang in my head about my brothers, my kids, my friends' sons, everyone that we had. The fight had to be not just for mine. Because if I only fight for mine, sometimes those stats get high. It's just like if you hear, everybody out catching it again, let me get back in the house. Because now it's going, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's going to get closer and closer to home. And so I had to live in that. I tell the young men, live in that. On my house, when they was all turning 18, they came over my house that year. It was a voting year. All right, let me tell you something. I'm telling all the shorties. You better sign up. We registering to vote. Here go the thing we finna do. I had one in my house. You all are gonna vote. You know why you are? Because you got a right to. That's why. People kill me. I'm not gonna get into that. I mean, everyone counts. Everyone counts. In everything, you count. Mm-hmm. But you gotta think about it. Even when we make a movie or something, do they show you the good winning? I fell in love with James Dean when I was a shorty. And he was before my era, and I fell in love with him because Paula Abdul did Rush Rush and had Keanu Reeves play James Dean. And I said, wait, who is he pretending to be? Because this dude is cool. But you know what James Dean was? He was bad. He was the bad guy. They teach us bad is good. And then tell us bad is bad. But to know good, you gotta sometimes know bad. I mean, to believe in good, you gotta believe in bad. And so it's crazy. But I love me some James Dean, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah. And so we gotta be a better teachers. I mean, that's it. You know better, you do better. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on. Everybody doesn't want to look at your tail, and you're not gonna get my blanket in your mouth. See what I mean? Y'all think he's trying to give me some loving, right? It's because I can never have nothing new. I can never have nothing that's just for me. As soon as it's just for me, suddenly it becomes for us, right, Nick? Now, remember when I first showed y'all him, he was over there now. Look at that. Right, I'm gonna look. He's so full of. He's so full of. The toilets are jealous, Nick. They are so jealous of your boy. But yeah, so like I said, I've come on here and talked about all kind of things that, well, here's the thing. I'm not monetized. I'm free to really speak on what I want to speak on. And even if I was, if it was something I felt we needed to have a conversation about or it led in the conversation, it wasn't to offend or hurt or that type of thing, I'm going to talk about that. If you could save a life or make something better, money can't buy. Then it's well worth it. Those are the jewels. Bless you. He sneezes and snores like a grown man. Bless you. Bubba. But do you want to say hello to everybody? You want to tell them hello? Come on. Come say hello. But no, they don't want to see. No, Bubba, you're not eating the blanket. I try to y'all. I try so hard. I'm trying to train him for, the famous life. Maybe he could be a little circus dog. I don't know. Right, Nee? Come here. Not in my face, please. Come here, bud. Say good morning to the people. Say good. Don't be camera shy. No, don't be camera shy. No. Say hello. How come you gotta be like, how you tell people, oh, he can walk, watch this, he can stand up, watch this, he can say mama. He be like, say mama. Then as soon as the people leave, the kid be like, mama, 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 mama. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. Look at him. Nobody even say nothing. Nobody say nothing. This our little area of fun. So of course I gotta have a TV in there. My hobby board, my lights, my couch, my doggy. This is our area of peace. This is my area of fun. Of course, my gang go wherever I want. So see, you see I got it hooked up there on top of the TV. You see it? Yeah, there you go. So when I want to hook it to the TV, mostly it's in my hand or right next to me like I'm 12 years old. Yeah, no, he's a he's a rub slut. He is a baby. But he's my big boy at the same time. But yeah, guys, like I said, I really just came on this morning. I didn't even really have a topic. I just wanted to talk. I needed somebody to talk to. The mind was going a bunch of different places. But I was thinking, watching some of the things going on and just thinking, like, man, I can't wait till we get to 2022 because, that's it's always going to be a million memes at the end of the year about all these people going to say what they going to do and how they going to change and how they going to this and how they going to that. And some people going to be telling you they going to do something they ain't never even done. And you be like, wait a minute, how you going back to that? I ain't never see you. Be like, you're not going back to what? You was never that. But to each his own. As long as when you look in that mirror, you making a better you winning. Hashtag winning. But other than that, I don't know, y'all. For me, I just want to make sure that I follow through on what I say. And like I said, I stand in my square, in my lane, doing what I'm supposed to do as my part in my contribution to this world. Then period. That's where I'm standing. That's it. Other than that, I can't do nothing else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Really? You know what was so funny is my youngest son, who acts so nonchalant, was my happiest one to be ready to vote. My oldest son, to this day, will act like, "Oh, I'm about to go vote." That's my oldest son. You be thinking, what? Why is he so stressed? Why is he so stressed? Let me tell you something. When I was getting ready to vote, the first election I was able to vote in was that Clinton and was that right after? Oh my God, I think that was Bush. My memory is jacked up right now. But anyway, on my first election, I know Bush was. Yes, it was because it was when we had the big thing in Florida, the miscount. But on my first thing, I was just happy to vote. So I was watching lots of things with the House, the Senate, just get my own stance so that no matter where I stood where I believed. Hey, happy Wednesday, Rock. Didn't see you come in there since. Hey. But yeah, so I mean, voting is a privilege that many fought to have. So you have a right to do it, then do it. You know, that's it. That's it. And I'm not here to stand nobody and tell them that you're wrong if you voted for them, and you're this if you voted for them, and that's why it's a conversation I don't have with people. Because the only conversation I'm going to have with you is that it's your right. You do with it as you please, and that's it. But if you don't vote, don't come say shit to me about anything that has to do with politics. It's that simple. That's where I stand on voting. You're a Republican. I don't give a. You're a liberal. I don't give a. That is your choice. But I hope when you stand behind it, you know everything about it, and that's why you stand behind it. Because at the end, it works for you. That's it. That's politics. But yeah, so like I said, some conversations like, oh no, not even talking about. Nope, 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 no. I'm not. Because I'm not about to argue with people because they're fighting what they believe and they are probably true in their stance for what they believe. So me to sit here arguing with them what I believe, we ain't changing each other's mind. We just having a debate class, okay? We can debate. That's fine. But I'm tired. I didn't want to debate in school, so I don't want to do it now. But I did want to be a lawyer. And let me tell y'all something on that. So I was I had an IEP. I had a bunch of things in school. I was finally terminated from school, sent to an alternative school, then terminated from school, and I just kind of gave up. But anyway, long story short, I ended up getting my GED in my 20s, because I said I can't let my kids get older and not have completed something that I'm going to be asking them to complete one day. Being telling them how they need to complete high school, and I didn't. So anyway, I had tried going to different little community colleges. Malcolm X was one of my favorites because one, I got to walk past his car every day, and that really meant something to me. But and I met some great teachers there. But I just could not connect, with my ADD, with those type of things, with the dyslexia. It's just a lot of things I could not connect completely. Long story short, in probably I don't know 2010, I registered at Westwood, and I did great at Westwood. I mean, I was on a dean's list. You know what I mean? I held a first I had a 4.0 GPA. The lowest I ever went was like a 3.3. And I was like, whoa, I've never done this in school. I've never been this focused, but it was for my bachelor's in applied science. You know what I mean? Because like I said, my bachelor's in applied science, but criminal justice. You know what I'm saying? This is what it was all about for me. Anyway, I probably got about 60, 70 credits short of graduating. And Lisa Madigan came to my school and declared that they were ripping people off and shut our program down. So they didn't originally shut the school down, they shut our program down. And so if you had already finished or if you were at that semester to graduate, then they were accepting it. But then your problem was is that they had all these graduates under it who weren't doing great things. Some were doing like security and all this other stuff, but learned lots of things. And you can't take away because I mean, we had, I'm not gonna name them, but our teachers were literal FBI agents. You know what I mean? One of our teachers was a head of the Chicago police in the training program. Like they were big guys. One was from Inglewood. One of, you know, most people hear of Inglewood in Chicago, but he was an officer from, like I said, so that were deep things, but law was what I wanted, you know what I mean? Because my plan was to finish with them and go over to John Marshall, you know what I mean? But for law, because I don't believe that you ever give up on your dreams. And you never give up on what you believe in. And so I was, once I got in and finally was caring about school, I put all 10 toes down on it. But there was a discouragement because when you lose too much or when you're trying and it goes wrong, that when that happened, I'm like, you know what? I can make it without it. And so then you leave that. And then they even tried to give me like this honor thing, you know, some of that's, you know, scamming, scheming, like saying you could up the little credit so you get it. But I don't want nothing that I didn't get myself. Oh, I've worked with them. I have. I've had youth groups that I work with, like I said, we help do a shelter, and I put a youth group together, and you know, just let these shorties do things different. Sometimes we got to come out the neighborhood. We have to. You gotta have to know. But some don't, you know, you'd be surprised how many people are in the city and they say, I never even been to Sears Tower, or I never, or the Willis building now, whatever they calling it. Or, you know, I never been to you know, we got a stadium right on the south side of Chicago, never even been there, you know. And so I've done the youth groups. I've done youth group, I've definitely done caregiving with kids. I've worked with disabled children. I've worked with autistic children. I They are my reason. The youth is definitely the future. And so I'm definitely gonna always, I've done summer camps. Yeah. And then sometimes you come out because there was a point when I was younger where it would be like, oh, well, you know, I would never one put a kid in no dangerous spot. But sometimes you think like if I don't have it right, but then you'll meet this kid that you know that you were meant to be there to be a part of, to try to help and see him do something different. It's actually youth that I've been a part of and looked out for and been in their life since they were kids. They're grown ups now. I still talk to. So a few of those. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing. I you know, to love the elderly, the mentally challenged, children, animals, that takes a lot because it takes patience for all of those things. And see, if you don't have patience, that's why we have people who do wrong things to all of these areas that I just named. You know, but when you have that patience at heart and that's your calling or your gift, then you are a blessing to everyone in those sectors that comes in your presence. I promise you that. So when whispers, that is beautiful. That's why I told someone, yeah, you know, everybody says, yeah, you know, I don't see color, I don't see color. And they, you know, some mean it, some mean it because they saying it in front of people. When I tell people I don't see it, I don't. But see, here's what I know. I know what race I am. And I know that there are different ones out here. You understand that? And I respect mine because it's where I come from. You know what I mean? So I'm always going to see things from that perspective because it's where I come from and everyone should. But at the same time, here's why I can't see color. Is what my first objective of you is because I have worked with children and I have worked with handicap and elderly and those type of things. And if I only saw color, then I'd be around not caring about yours because it's not mine. I don't see it that way. I see him as somebody's grandfather, grandmother, son, daughter, and I know what mines mean to me. And so there I only see the human race. Now, if you start reminding me that we all of this and then I'm gonna step back, hey, I'm out of here. But at the end of the night, I had to take that off of me. Because at one point, I only saw mine. I could still respect, but I only saw mine. Our struggles, our losses, I can only see that. But in this human race, I have to see it all and you know. And I see him for respect. I see him for respect. That's why you'll always hear me saying Happy Hanukkah. When we were in the daycare in my sister's business, if we had children there who were Jewish, we really got into understanding and celebrating for it with them because that's respect. Because I'm not obligated to do any of that. It's respect. Ramadan, it's respect. So I have to see your cultures and everything else. But once I see, okay, I can see your color because I can see. But what else do I see? Do I see because see, here's what if I see color, that means I have a thought behind me of what that color has. So that's what I mean for myself. So if I see, okay, I see you're Caucasian. What does that mean? Does it mean everything they say about Caucasians? No. Does it mean everything somebody thinks about it? No. So once I see it, what do I see with that? So okay, I see it. I see a snake. What do I think? So I can see your ways better than I can see your color. Cause I know your ways ain't got nothing. So I see that quick. When I see people, I see their energy. I see if it's heavy, if it's evil, if it's angry, if it's hurt. I see that. That's the first thing I see. Then I go, oh, hold on, he's Japanese. Oh, hold on, he's white. Oh, hold on, he's black. Oh, hold on, he's. But the first thing I see is, what are you bringing out of me? And there's nothing wrong with seeing color only, but if you see it and you see it just for what you've heard it was, or or whatever, those type of things. And most times you're seeing them wrong. Like I said, everybody's different. You know what I mean? So when I say something about me, it's how I've had to learn to look at things so that I can look at them different than how I did before. That's it. I'm not here to persuade or anything or against anybody who has something different. I just want to make sure when I say it that I'm speaking only for me and that I'm making sure that I'm saying that this is why I do it this way. Because if I don't, trust me, for me, it'll be something different. Because if I looked at it when I just saw color, when I was dealing with elderly people, I thought, oh, most elderly Caucasians don't like us. They racist. They're not all of them. It's some mine, some mine. But I had to stop seeing that, all those things. Like I said, I had to see somebody's grandma who they loved. Who now was, you know what I mean? And that's how I've been able. I used to work at Nordstrom's, and a Caucasian lady walked in and said, "Oh, so proud of Nordstrom for letting these ends come work here." It was people they had to hold in the back. You know what I saw? Almost 90-year-old woman voicing what she really thought. She probably had been coming in that Nordstrom's out there since it opened, and she couldn't believe it. And I moved on. I didn't walk around all day, and every time I saw another Caucasian, I saw her. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Actually, I was laughing at it 20 minutes later, to tell you the truth. But now, if you'd have called me when I saw things, oh, every person of her race would have called it all day. Then I'd have been the fool that she was saying I was. Hey, Lucinda. But yeah, but I know because I'm telling you, I used to do it. So I had to change me. I had to change in me. Like I said, when I see bad people, I see them for that. A bad person. But yeah. Oh, so what is everybody doing today? Who's at work? Who's still on vacation? What are you getting into? We have literally sat on here and talked about 85 different things, guys. I kid you not. Like, yes, and that's the freedom. Hey, good morning. What time is it? Look, I hit my arm and he looking at me like I woke him out of sleep. But yeah. Ooh. A pot of coffee. A caffeine. I'm telling. Wind whisper. Oh, this was. I really enjoyed. Susan, have a great day at work. I know you're clocking in. You working too, Lucinda? Enjoy. Have a great day. We can't. We can't. We can't. And that's why I said, everything is a system. Some things we do is because it's what we've learned, but it doesn't make it right. you know. And it may be what we know. Once again, like I talk about all these walls of defense to make it. You want to talk about soldiers. I salute everyone under the umbrella, the Marines, the Army, the Navy, every last one of them. I salute them. I salute every police officer. And here's why. Because when some of us talk a good game, some of us get behind it and do that. So I will stand and I will salute every last one of them. Every last one. I'm not finna categorize who's good, who's bad. We're going to salute them all right this moment. So I do. But as humans, oh, baby, we are soldiers too because we have on armor, uniform, weapons. I mean, we got weapons of mass destruction. Some of our weapons of mass destruction is our tongue. They said it holds the power of life and death. And so, but yeah, because man, we are in a war for peace. That's the war we all fighting. And everything lead to that. But it's way more money in negative. It's a lot of it. Yeah, woo. It's $1 billion business. It's $1 billion business. Yes, it is. It is. And like I tell people, I'm a spiritual being. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm come from. That's where I live in. I am not, and it's nothing against. I'm just not. Once again, religion is just like politics. I do not knock. I do not knock. But yeah, I do not. Because whatever gets you to a better place is a great space to me. That's all I can say. I mean, I've had Kirk Franklin bumping in my ear as an inspiration so that I only come from the heart. Everything I say. And then even when I watch back, I might sometimes see something, oh, I hope I wasn't misunderstood. I hope it didn't come across like I was saying, no. I said, I don't need a slew of flunkies. Did Danny just say the sky is purple? Because she said it is. No. I love, knowledge. I love when you're talking and somebody's telling you something different or just the way they see it and you can discuss it and still have the same respect at the end. I've learned and sometimes people respect you till you don't agree. It's like, wait a minute. I didn't even do anything. I just don't agree. You know what I mean? I just don't agree. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not supposed to agree with everything because then that's called what you thought. Hold on, let me get up in your brain. Since we just thinking off one mind. Like I said, I'm a twin. And my sister has a brain, and I have one. And I've learned that when we use our own and stay in our own lane, it makes us both better people. But yeah, I don't know. Today, I don't know, guys. Like I said, I don't know if it's playing all these video games since Christmas. I was playing them before that, but back to finding myself when I wake up in the middle of the night instead of letting my mind be idle, starting to play the game and stuff. It's kind of like a big kid in me. So I don't know. I just really want to go skating. I do. I want to go skating so bad. I want. Who just gets up, get in your face, and then lay back? Look. So you get closer to that blanket, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Notice he's on the blanket now. He wasn't gonna stop until he got on this one. Nee. Biggie Smalls is on this blanket, and Biggie Smalls is the illest. Does he not see? Let's see if we can name some of these legends. He trying to lay all low. Let me see. Let's take a good look. Oh, we got Big Pun, my baby. Fat Joe, the Brat. Some of these people don't look like who they really look like. Q, ODB, Big Daddy Kane, MC Light. Some of these people, I'm like, what? Girl, you got my home blanket. Get me. Get Baba. These are legends. These are legends of hip hop. Ooh. Come on, Baba. Hold on, y'all, because if he read my blanket, I promise y'all, one of y'all gonna have to get the mail and take him with you. Baba, don't you ever disrespect hip hop. It's something about this blanket. Me holding it in the air make him feel like he need to do something to him. Every member in the Woo should be on here. Yeah, like I said, some of these people I'm gonna have to take a double look at, because I'm like, wait a minute, who is that? I go Snoop, 2 Pizzok, Dre, baby, Biggie, Eazy-E, legends. He trying to chew up the legends. How you gonna mess with my legends blanket? I'm telling y'all, having a dog ain't easy, man. It's not easy work, especially when they still a puppy. He gonna always be a puppy to me, the youngest. Just like my youngest son and had a whole child, and I'm like, oh, I cannot believe my baby has a baby. He's 21. He at that age you can't even call him by his nicknames no more. He like, Mommy, the world said that mean. I said, baby, that mean nothing to me because that's what I've been calling him before they was calling it that. Legends, that's right. My nephew, he got it for me for Christmas. I love Throw. Nino's been trying to take it since Christmas. Since the day after Christmas. Oh yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what. It's so funny. I'm never hungry when I first get up. So like the first couple of hours I'm up, I could drink a coffee, I could drink a smoothie, I could do those kind of things. I can't drink straight milk. It's gonna make me feel sick. But I just don't have an appetite. But I've tried my best to try to eat before it gets late where you look up and it's noon or whatever. So I can still be eating breakfast at breakfast time. But when I first get up, I cannot eat like that. I just can't. I can't. Yeah, so like I've had this great big old Wonder Woman cup of coffee, and that makes you think you're full. And then you just sitting somewhere like, I am starving. And then you remember, oh, that's because I had that 90-ounce cup of coffee this morning. And it's holding me over. But yeah, guys, so I'm going to go ahead, let Nino out, make me something to eat. I don't know. Sometimes he seems like such a good dog. Jeez, he makes me so proud. Oh, wait. Sorry, my leg go. Leg back. Leg back. He's a good leg rest, okay? He's one of the best. One of the best. But I am. I'm not about to be on anything, but I had to come in and have a good morning. Hope we didn't get too happy. Somebody later be like, she came in and talked mess. I didn't talk mess about anything. I didn't. Like I said, I have several opinions about many of things that go on, and it won't be what everybody else thinks, but it's what I do. And I don't have any ill will. Oh, thank you, Lucinda. You too. And there's no ill will against anybody. It's just how I broke it down and how it kept me from being involved in it in a different way because I had to see it all. So that's it. And what you'll get from me is what you've always gotten from me. The same thing. That's it. That's it. That's what it is. But guys, you know I love you. Look at my eye trying to hold on. We don't got the Stevie Wonder for some odd reason. It's just not letting me look completely up at you guys. But yeah, guys, you know that means it's time for me to get out of here. It's funny, even when I have to put on my glasses, sometimes I don't want to come live. And my sister says, well, that's a part of your life, you know, and you let people see it. And that's the truth. Because in the blessing, what I have to come on here and do comes from my mouth. And so that's working fine. That's working fine. So I'm blessed. And see, even when these eyes act up, it's times when I come in the chat and though y'all saw me say, hey, 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 and I've spoke to a couple of people who immediately spoke when I spoke, came in. Then you might not see me in there because sometimes I can't keep focusing on it. But that also keeps me from seeing the other stuff and just hearing what you know what I mean? So sometimes it's a blessing. It's a blessing because where one thing shuts down, something else opens up. So my eyes closed and my ears open. And I learned to listen different. And that actually is better. Because seeing is one thing, hearing helps me to feel. Because I can't see it and make a decision off what I saw. So, you too, Susan. Hey, Heidi. Good morning. You know, I missed me talking about 1,800 different things this morning. Look, now I'm in the glass. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, a blessing in disguise, I'm telling you. But I sat in my house after this eye when I had to have it patched up and covered, and I would cry so much. Because all I could think of, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna make it down the street? And then when I took the patches off, there'd be days I go outside and I mean I couldn't open my eyes under the sunglasses. And my peripheral vision on that side took almost 8 months to come back. So people could walk in there. For some reason, people I knew just loved coming up on the side of me and I didn't see them. But I never felt safe. But then I just learned to be out and hear the footsteps, the wind, everything. And it also made me start listening to every word I was hearing on here, you know. So some of these things, even in investigations, they be coming out, I'm like, I saw that already. I thought that when I saw it, you know. But yeah, so it was a blessing in disguise, but it also made me definitely appreciate the being able to see, being able to hear, being able to speak and taste and touch, you know, even though speaking isn't you know, but you know what I mean. To be able to taste, to be able to touch. So it made me taste every flavor in the food. It made me hold things, rub my dog and appreciate it. Like, so when I tell y'all, it's just real hard for me to think of the real things I'm fighting in life and add these minute, stupid fights to my fight, man. Like, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I'm telling you. So that's the blessing. So even when it's bad, I say, well, put the sunglasses on and, you know, and sometimes I just rest it, you know, but I'm blessed. I'm blessed to read every comment, when you all send it. I'm blessed to see those things. Because last year my eyes couldn't even imagine seeing again. And now this year, I still got stitches in my eye. I still have problems with my eye. But what I can see, I would have never thought. So I'm blessed. I'm telling you, the middle part of Louisiana we talking, she might be my cousin. Oh, see, you just gotta, guys, y'all. He said, mind you, your cousin. I'm telling you, I might know. But guys, Heidi, are you at work or you still on vacation? I told y'all I'm that family member who be like, girl, let me get off this phone, girl. But let me tell you what had happened the other day when I went to church. Sound like a plan to me. Look, like I said, I'm going right now. I'm trying my best to really connect with the queens, with the sisters, because we all have a different purpose and will. But together, like I'm telling you, the changes we can make together. The men see us unite. The this, that. They already know it's a different world. It is a different world. Oh, you're still not feeling too good? Healing vibes to you, Heidi, and anybody else who might be under the weather. Because it's that season. It's that season. I'm telling you, flu season. It's strep going around. We're still fighting the virus. It's just, oof. 'Tis the season to be sneezing, you know? But like I just told my buddy is sick. And he said, oh, well, my New Year's Eve plans are canceled. I said, well, you know what that means? That means you'll be bringing in the new year taking care of yourself. And the way you bring it in, it sets the tone for the whole year. So don't think of it as bringing it in sick and I couldn't go nowhere. I always think of it as I brought it in taking care of me, making sure that I got better to be better to do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to grab something out of anything. That's how we learn to eat so much of the pig, because we had to grab something out of anything and make it work. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna go make me I don't know. I kind of want weirdly, but that's not a meal. I really want some pretzels and peanut butter. That's not a meal. That's a snack. That's really I got to taste for it. To tell you the truth, I started getting those. I started getting those Nutella cups with the little pretzels and the little chocolate. Oh my god! They give these little bitty cups. They didn't just make a whole big one. And the worst part is you get on the airplane, get to the airport, and they want like $5. You like $5 for this container of Nutella? Ooh, oh yeah, you were talking about it yesterday. You know I'm gonna be there. Say you and Bob was already know it's gonna be lit. Roses in the air. I swear, Heidi, I will never say rose again and not think of the very first live when you all introduced the rose, okay? But every time you have your lives, that bot get me. They say, Danny, you on timeout. You're being too dirty. Oh, that's good. You feeling better. But yeah, I never be able to say rose. And I can't, I told you, I can't even give rose emojis to nobody and not mean something dirty. Soon as I said it, I told you. My mother sent me a text with a rose on. I'm like, what you talking about? Mommy, what you talking about? You don't even watch YouTube. What you know about the rose? She's like, what I know about the rose? What is the rose? What is the rose? I said, Mommy, if you only knew. If you only knew, it's changing lives. I don't even have one. That's what I'm telling you. I'm speaking on it like I got one. Sold. I'm gonna write the company a letter and be like, hey, you should check this live out because it changed my life. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you. Oh man. Right. I say this is the best rose ever. So I used to be like, I don't need you to give me a rose. Now I'm like, I need a dozen. I need a dozen. It's the criteria for this relationship. Oh, Heidi. No, look, look, I'm not gonna get nervous. I can't knocking the computer everywhere. Oh, okay. Look. Okay, look. Guys, gotta get off. Gotta send that in. I won't be off 2 minutes and you'll be like, dang, she done sent me the message already with her address. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, ever since we were talking about it, but I love those lives. I like laughter and just hanging out. It's almost like the thought of a pajama party. You know what I mean? Like how when you were young, that's what you thought a pajama party would be, is y'all just giggling and laughing and talking about everything. You might cry, you're gonna laugh. I love it. I love it. I love how we can get serious. I just like that. I love it. I love it. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Such a sweetheart. Yeah, guys. So like I said, and I'm really on this sisterhood, and that's the thing. It's just building better women. That's it. Queens. Beyond women, queens. Oh no. Are you look, I can send you my address and you can order. It doesn't matter how we do it. That is fine with me. I will hit you on IG when I come off of here. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out of here because I have something very important to discuss with Heidi, okay? Let a woman get a rose is why she's here, all right? See how your priorities change. First, it was like, I'm going to walk the dogs. I'm going to hang out with nature, enjoy life. Now it's like, I got to get over here and send this message. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, I'm definitely there for the New Year's Eve because I'm going to be in the house, hanging out, chilling. Like I told you, I don't really kick it. I love people, but sometimes it's like Halloween. I do not want to be out at night unless I'm somewhere and like that's the event and I'm staying kind of there for the New Year's Eve. I'm where I'm at, and that's where I'm gonna be. That's where I'm gonna be. But now after that, I love to travel. So this year, that's what I'm looking forward to is doing some traveling. Like I said, I want to come and break bread with people. You know what I mean? Let's change these streets, or at least I'm gonna change how I move on them. So that's what I want to do. Have some good meals with some people. Hopefully, everybody can eat seafood because that's one of my favorites. But I'm from the hood, so we go to your favorite. Take me to your favorite hood restaurant too, if that's where you want to go. I go there too. Yeah, no. But other than that, I like seafood a lot. I love it. I'm just learning how to eat. Don't y'all laugh now. Don't y'all laugh when I say this. I'm just learning how to eat a steak not well done. I mean, because I will be like, hey, I'm gonna need you to cook the cow, recook them, burn them. You know what I'm saying? Put them in your panini if you have to. Press them down because I need to know that the cow is dead. They're like, ma'am, he was dead when we started cutting them. But I was in Texas, in Houston. This is a few years back. I went to get a steak with my cousin, and I kept telling him like, "Oh, y'all, I mean, I'm not the steak person like that. Like, I don't, it's way too chewy." And my cousin said, "Well, one reason it's so chewy is because you keep getting it well done." I'm like, huh? I'm like, it be stuck all in my back teeth are so close, and it's stuck all in my back teeth. So she said, "How about this? When when you come, just watch how we order." So when they ordered, I'm thinking, I don't want my steak like that. So then I was like, I think I'm gonna do well done. So when I went to say it, I noticed how the guy who was taking the order kind of was like, "Why are you finna pay this much for a steak to ruin it?" So I said, "You know what? Here's what I can tell you: just don't let it come out bleeding." Right? That's what I told him. Please don't. Can I put a little color to it, like, but just don't let it come out bleeding. He said, we'll make it just the right way. So when it came out, my cousin said, how about this? We cut it and you just taste it. Like, don't look at it. I said, I'm not gotta look at my food. I gotta see it. She said, just taste it. And I tasted it. Kind of melts and it had butter on it, and this garlic butter on it. I said, that was actually kind of good. But then I went and ordered a steak when I got back to Chicago. Boo, 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 because I was back on that well done again, y'all know. Because everybody at the table was kind of like, what you doing that steak? And so last year we went to the what is the name of that place? Not the Candy. Is it called the Candy Factory? Yeah, I think it's called the Candy Factory, the restaurant. We went there for my sister's 40th birthday. And when we went there, I ordered the surf and turf, get the little steak and the lobster tail. When I tell you that steak was so good. And all I said was tell the chef to make it the perfect way for somebody who don't know how to order steak. That's all I said. Woo! 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 So yeah, I mess with steak and I get it right. See, that's why I always mess up because I know it's not rare. That's why I be like, please, I don't want blood. But my brother-in-law, he'll do a steak. Well, when he used to do steak, because now he's been vegan for about 5 years or so. But when he used to do steak, I used to think, did he cook that? Is it done? And he loved it. But I was like, I can't do that. I can't. It looks like I should just be tossing it over to But yeah, so I'm really trying to get into steak more. But I know it's nothing I'm going to eat all the time anyway. It's too heavy on my digestive system. That's why I kind of stay with seafood because it's so much easier. Order it medium. Yeah, see, like I said, that's what I want to do is learn how to order this steak the right way. So now I know how to order me a steak. It's like go to Houston's and finally eat a steak. I've been to Houston's and never ate a steak. I'm telling you, I was the type, we go to the Shock Bar, all these restaurants. I'd be like, hey, they got chicken tenders. I kid you not. I get witnesses to this. I'm like, hey, they got chicken tenders. They said, girl, you was up in the Cheesecake Factory wanting chicken tenders? Because I said, I don't want to mess it up. Or I don't want to waste my money. But it was a mixture. It's a mixture of when you go in them type of restaurants with that many people, that bill can be high. So I'm like, well, let me cut back on what I'm eating. Because if I get some expensive meal, then there's 16 of us or 8 of us, whew, the gratuity is on the kick. And then everybody want to want something to drink. Oh, my God. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, guys, all right. I'm about to get out of here because I need to let Nino out because I know the more, if I let it rain more, oh, they look, want to start going through. Then I'm about to have to go out here with him. Because it act like, brown sugar melts in the rain, so he can't make it out there sometimes. But guys, love you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a comment on how your day was. Good morning, what you plan to do, if you're working, if you're on vacation, if you're hanging out and you're chilling. Is it raining by you or is the sun out? Because it's raining by me. It's raining. Like even when I go to the windows, just rain. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. That's all I got to say to the rain. But I love you guys. You know that the right way, the real way, the long way. And I've enjoyed you all this morning. And I hope our days, all of us, I hope our days have as much laughter as we've had in here. I hope our days are as understanding as everyone is in here. And I hope, what up, David? Here you go. Good morning, babe. You come in right when I'm giving my everybody have a great day. Have one. But no, I was just saying, have a good day, everybody. I hope everyone's day is good. So I had fun with you all. I had a good time. I really did. I actually brought you up in here earlier, dear Yvette. But yeah, so like I said, love, it's 9 degrees. Ooh. Telling you, it sound like Chicago. And funny because I kind of miss that cold, but then I don't at all miss it. I don't. Every time I think of coming back to Chicago in January, I'm like, ooh, why don't pick January? But yeah. But you already know. I come with nothing but love and peace. I love all of you all. Thank you, Queens. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for just being you. Because even in me, when you catch these flaws, you know what's good about finding out about them? I can fix them. That's the greatest thing. That is the greatest thing. Every day we wake up is a day for change. That's how I feel. Don't hold me to yesterday, because tomorrow gonna be better if I make it. If I make it. Oh, I got some new subscribers. Thank you, guys. I love the love, y'all. You know what I mean? Because that's all I can see. I can't see past the love. Anybody even sitting in here this morning and running y'all mouths with me is love. No, that's what you appreciate. Because I'm really, like I said, I'm about what I say I am. And that's what I can prove that. It's bigger. I want it better everywhere I'm at. I do. And not start by me being better. You know. Like I told you, it's a choice. I come out here and be a beast. I ain't gonna get me nowhere. Ain't gonna get me nowhere. But yeah, like I said, love you guys. I'm getting ready to get up out of here and take a look. He's so exhausted. Y'all, he done work nothing but my nerves. I don't know what he's so tired from. But he has to go outside so he can kill that because we've been up to 6. So it's time for you to go back outside. It is 10:35. It is time for him to go back outside. But like I told you all, in his mind, brown sugar melts in the rain. So he don't think he's supposed to go outside till the sun come back up. Mama, come on, let's go outside. It's time. Yeah. So I'm going to take him outside. Love you guys. Like I said, have a great one. And I will talk to you later.